So we went to the taping of Dan Harmon's podcast. Dan Harmon of Rick and Morty and Community. He's up here. He's our equal.
He's our podcasting equal.
He's
Dan
a
Harmon.
fellow podcaster. And he was recording his episode, and we said, you know what our good friend Dan would like? We'll send him a flyer to remind him about Two Jews, One Brain.
So we airdropped him a logo of our wonderful podcast that you're listening to, Two Jews, One Brain. And he had a wonderful reaction. Let us play it for you.
Here's what he said.
Somebody's airdropping.
Oh, no.
It's a meme that says two Jews, one brain.
Oh, no.
What does that mean?
Maybe that Jews aren't as smart as a whole person, or is it a reference to?
They're airdropping you?
Yeah, it's a
What the? Is that person here?
Yeah.
Let's bring him up.
Why? Because they're anti-Semitic.
If you're here, I'm joking. Stay the fuck.
Oh, it's like, I'm sorry. I thought it was. Well, now I just promoted them, but also it might be worth noting that it's a comedy podcast. That says it's a comedy podcast. Two Jews, One Brain. So now, we assume that the titular Jews are probably okay saying Two Jews, One Brain if they're. We're okay.
I don't know. I'm not willing to get that comfortable yet. I'm still on edge.
But I saw a hand go up, so they're here. But I'm not sure I'd want to fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's how you should get your podcast signal boosted.
Right.
Yeah, you don't just get to be.
I think you should be targeted by the FBI for a while or something. I don't mind if it's a good podcast, but I don't want. There are people that's sitting in their seats going like, "Oh, well, now what do I got to do? Yell out $1, rice-a-roni, $1." You know, like what is this world where the squeaky wheel gets the grease? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know nice people. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry.
So there's a podcast. I'm not going to promote this shit.
That's good.
I mean, the joke's on them. They're never going to make any money in podcasting. I mean, they're going to.
That's the true. Yeah, that's
it might actually be their punishment if we direct a little bit of traffic to them enough to keep them from getting real jobs.
And let's just remind everybody, it's called Three Jews, Four Brains. So go to 3Jews4Brains.com. Hashtag 3Jews4Brains.com.
Oh, that was so wonderful what you said. You know, my favorite part was when he said,
comedy podcast, Two Jews, One Brain. It's a good podcast.
Oh, I loved that part, too.
It was a good part. Thank you, Dan.
In the beginning, there was a brain. A big, beautiful brain. Then, out from the fog, appear two gigantic Jews. These Jews happened to have exactly 0 brains, so when they saw her, the Jews couldn't process what was going on. They stumbled forward towards the huge pulsing brain, and when they got close, the three beings merged. That was the day they became Two Jews, One Brain. This is their story.
All right, so ladies and germs, we'd like to invite you to come grab a seat.
Sit down.
Sit. You're going to want to be seated for this.
Seriously, if you don't sit down,
there will be trouble.
we will bring the ruckus.
Here comes the ruckus, boys and girls.
Oh, I feel it.
So you've been waiting for this moment for days now. You've seen the flyers. You've heard us make our cold calls.
They're posted all around our home.
Yeah, if you look on the wall, on the bathroom wall, on the floor, the raccoons have probably been spreading them all over town.
Oh, they know what's going on.
So what's happening is we're having an open mic. An open mic.
An open mic, it's all forms of art for
Lots
anyone.
of arts.
All the art.
All the arts.
Anyone who wants to perform, whatever they choose.
Anything.
We have multiple guests tonight, very talented people.
We have a comedian.
We have a comedian.
We're doing the stand-up.
Yes. And then there's going to be magic.
Quite a bit. Magic in the air tonight at this open mic.
I can smell it.
Oh, how about those musical performers we have going on?
Oh, they are going to be good.
They're going up.
Talented.
Wow,
Oh my
you've seen them on various medium.
Lots of different things. MySpace.
A lot of Twitter.
Lots of Twitter.
Speaking of which, limited characters, we have some poetry.
Poetry.
Oh, these poets.
This
wow.
ain't your grandpappy's poetry.
No, if you remember back in the old country what the poetry sounded like, this is nothing like that.
Nothing like
This
that.
is new age, very modern poetry.
Yes.
So let's get started. Here comes our MC. MC 2 Juice 1 Brain.
Give it up. Hello, and welcome to 2 Jews, 1 Brain Open Mic.
It's an open mic.
It's an open microphone.
You're gonna like the wow.
You can't
look at
stop.
that.
You won't stop. You love them. You hate them.
You might.
So we're going to bring up our first performer.
Oh, and it's a comic.
Oh, this is a comedian.
You've seen him on the internet.
You've seen him on the internet. You've heard his podcast, 2 Jews, 1 Brain.
Oh, wow. They do that podcast. That's true.
They do that podcast.
They even got a shout out on another podcast.
In another podcast, give it up for 2 Jews, 1 Brain.
Woo!
Thank you. Thank you. It is us, 2 Jews, 1 Brain.
We're 2 Jews, we have 1 brain.
And we are here to deliver some jokes for you today.
It's called comedy.
Comedy. Give it up for 2 Jews, 1 Brain for inviting us here.
Oh, thank you, 2 Jews. You have a lovely home.
We love 2 Jews, 1 Brain. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stop it. Shut up. Okay?
Really?
All right, let's get right to it.
Sheket bavakasha. All right.
Hey.
So tell them that joke you were telling me.
All right, so this is a joke that I developed. I've been working long and hard at it. It goes a little something like this.
Go on.
What is a rabbi's favorite fast food restaurant?
Oh, fast food rabbi. I don't know.
Taco Bell.
Taco. Oh, now this one's more of it's a long one. So imagine a train car. You're coming in from New Jersey, the faraway land of New Jersey. And it's the kind of commuter train. You've got a seat on one side, a seat on the other. So this very elderly Jewish man, okay, he's sitting there, and he's the kind of elderly Jewish man. He only speaks Yiddish. He puts his head down on his lap when he's not actively doing things. He's sitting there on the train, just sort of nodding off. And across from him, a much younger Jewish man sits down, thinking, oh, well, he's asleep, so this can't be a big issue. The old Jewish man, 1 minute into the train starting, looks up and he says, "Oi, am I thirsty?" And the young man sits looking around like, what? What is he doing? The old man, he's going right back, putting his head down. And the young man, just when he's getting settled in, thinking, well, this can't be a really big thing, the old man lifts his head up again to say, "Oi, am I thirsty?" Now, the young man at this point is just sort of worried. Is this man having a stroke? What's going on here? But, the old man goes back to being quiet. His head is back, leaning down into his lap. The young man sort of settles back into his chair. 1 minute later, on the dot, the old man lifts up his head and says, "Oi, am I thirsty?" Now, the young man, he really is not going to be able to put up with this for a whole long train ride. It's Central Jersey to New York City. It's a 2-hour, 45-minute train. So he gets up, walks back towards the bathroom car. He fills up one of those little Dixie cups with water, about halfway full. Very nice of the train company to provide this, by the way. He walks back to the seat, hands it to the old man in sort of this, please, just drink. Maybe you'll stop talking. Win-win. The old man, he takes the Dixie cup, doesn't say thank you, nothing at all, just downs it like a shot, just, oh. Then seems to fall back asleep. The young man sits down, feeling triumphant, gonna have a quiet train ride. 1 minute later, to the second, the old man lifts up his head and says, "Oi, was I thirsty?" They get it.
All right, one last joke from 2 Jews, 1 Brain. This is another classic banger.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Are you ready? All right. What is a rabbi's favorite fast food restaurant?
Oh, I don't know what.
Taco Bell.
It's a knee slapper. Woo! Let's give it up for 2 Jews, 1 Brain. Hey!
Good job, 2 Jews. You did great. All right, so that was 2 Jews, 1 Brain. All right, our next performer coming up to the stage. This is
Poet laureates of the state of Rhode Island.
You've heard them everywhere on Oprah's television channel. You've
seen them on NPR.
NPR.
Lots of NPR. Very specific poetry slam references. They're the Two Jews, One Brain.
Give it up.
Hey, so we're two Jews. We do poetry now. You're gonna like the way we're doing poetry now.
You're gonna like it.
It's the poetry. Let's get them started with that one. This was one of our first works. Michigas. My Bubby. She said to me, she said, you... Why do you have to be the way you are? And I said, Bubby, I am me. I cannot be what you want from me. What do you think I should be? What my mother taught her mother, what we should be. No, I just am me. Bubby. Next.
Bubby.
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 Bubby. My Bubby. My dear, dear sweet Bubby. She walked into my room.
She said,
hello. She walked into my room and she said, hello, my grandson. When she walked into my room and she said, hello, my grandson, she said, where is your sister? When she walked into my room and she said, hello, my grandson, where is your sister? I said, don't you tell me how to live.
that was the last day I saw my Bubby.
She died in a fire.
She died
30 minutes later.
in a fire.
Rest her soul in peace.
In peace. My sister was gone that day. She was down at the old schoolyard, mining for coal. Little did she know there was no coal in Brooklyn, but that didn't stop her from being gone. The day my Bubby died, in that fire, down at the rail yard, that was the day my sister became my only friend. Give it up for Two Jews, One Brain. That was certainly poetry.
That really got me going.
Wow. Worked up.
Woo!
Oi.
I feel like a new man just listening to that.
I was confused and at the same time turned on.
Very turned on. That was, whew.
Wow.
That's what I was told would happen, but I didn't think it would be that turned on.
Wow. So turned on. Well done, Two Jews.
Good job.
Now, you might not think that magic is the kind of art form in the same way that comedy or poetry is, but you'd be surprised by our next performer.
All right, this performer, you have seen them all over local cruise ships.
You know David Blaine? He was actually the understudy to David Blaine's understudy's understudy. Well, not technically understudy. He met him once in college.
He met him once in college, but oh my God, was he influenced?
Extremely influenced. These gentlemen, they've performed on cruise ships up and down Long Island.
Give it up for David Copperfield. Two Jews, One Brain.
Two Jews, One Brain!
All right, so we're going to perform a little bit of magic for you today. Magic.
Wow, oh, these kids, these boys and girls, they're in for treats.
They're not ready.
Oh, the kind of magic we're about to do. It will blow their minds.
All right, so we're going to need you to start by closing your eyes.
All of them.
All of your eyes.
Every single eye.
No matter how many eyes you have, you're going to want to close them.
All of them.
All of them. All right, are they
closed?
closed?
We want you to picture a number
Picture that
between
number.
6 and 8. Could be any number.
Any one.
Any. Now, whole numbers. No halves, nothing like that.
No.
We want whole numbers between the number 6 and 8. Now, this is a math problem. A math magic. It's very mathematical.
Problem.
What we want you to do is add the number 1.
The number 1.
Divide your number by 2.
Number 2.
Multiply your number by 0. Add the number 5. Now close your eyes.
Keep them closed.
Picture that answer.
Picture it.
We're going to count. And when we get to your number, we want you to stop us. Are you ready? Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Is your number 5?
Oh my God.
Whoa!
Oh my God. 2 Jews done did it again.
For our final trick, I'm going to have to ask you to cut this deck of cards.
Cut it in half. All right.
Cut it.
Sir, can you cut this card? Say when. 1, 3. Cut. All right. So the card hath been cut. All right. So
We're going to have to ask you to pick this card.
pick this card. You see it?
You see this card?
Tell the audience.
It's a 6 of diamonds.
All right. It's a 6 of diamonds. All right. So we're going to shuffle this up.
We're going to put it in this deck.
We're going to need you to close your eyes and
We're
spin
going to
around.
look, but you don't look.
You don't look. You're going to spin
We're
around
gonna
3
look.
times.
And when you open your eyes,
We're gonna guess
find
that card.
that card. And we're going to guess if it's your card.
We're going to find that card. All right. Spin around 3 times. All right. Okay. So
All right, we've got a card here. Now that you've spun around, and we're looking...
I think he said it was the 6 of... What did he say it was?
I think it was the diamond.
6 of diamonds.
All right, so we've got your card here. Is your card the 6 of diamonds? Oh!
Oh my God. Holy
wow.
shit.
We
Oh my
blew
God.
some minds today.
Woo. All right. Well, thank you, 2 Jews, 1 Brain. That
Whoa.
was amazing.
Oh,
magic.
let's give it one more round
Give
of
'em
applause
up.
for 2
Give
Jews.
them up. Give them
Give
up.
them up.
Give them
You're
up.
going to have to give them up.
Oh my God, that was truly amazing. I couldn't believe my eyes. All right.
We have one last act.
Whew, I think we have one last act. It's crazy how time flies when you're seeing true talent. So, our next performer coming up, you've seen them all over the radio.
They've opened for such acts as Tidily Didely Dee and the Street Performers.
Coldplay cover band.
Such as Moldplay,
Moldplay.
Doldplay,
Doldplay as well.
Holdplay.
All the hold plays.
They
All right.
are 2 Jews, 1 brain.
Give it up.
All right. Now, these performers, you're about to hear them. They're going to be performing their world premiere of a new song. It's called My Jew. Now, let's allow them to warm up real briefly. Yeah. Okay. My Jew. My Jew. My Jew. 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 When I look into my arms, I see a little boy Jew, and my Jew says, "You, you're my mama Jew, you're my mama Jew,
You have girls in
Jew." Mama, she looked at me and she says, "You're a Jew,
You're a Jew.
my son, you're a Jew, you're a Jew, you're a dirty little boy who's a Jew."
He was a Jew.
You,
When he grew up, he was still a Jew. He was a Jewish boy, and he loved to go to school.
Jew, you're a Jew, You're a Jew. You're a Jew. Mama said that I should go back to school. She said you're a dumb Jew.
You're a dumb Jew.
Jews are allowed to be ugly and fat, but they can't be dumb like you, Jew. That's the day I ran away from home. You got your degree, you dumb Jew.
Jewish lawyer.
That was the day that I got into law school, and I said, now I'm a Jew. Mama, can I be a dumb Jew? Mama, am I Jew enough for you? Mama, am I a Jew? Mama, can I be Jew for you?
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That is true talent.
Was that truly your first performance of that piece?
Yes, it was actually. That's funny you say.
Wow, world premiere. Here and only here at 2 Jew 1 Brains open mic every Wednesday, every Thursday, honestly every day, annually at Wednesdays at 6 a.m.
And 6 p.m.
And 6 p.m. twice a day annually. It's 2 Jews 1 Brains open mic.
Give it up. Well, tonight we had some truly talented performers.
Oh, let's remind the audience.
They were really amazing and talented and great, and some would say some of the best of their kinds.
Honestly, some of the 2 Jews 1 Brains, these 2 Jew 1 Brains, they really outdid themselves.
Personally, I think they should all have a lot of followers on their podcast.
I'm surprised at how many they have waiting to come of the followers on their podcast.
And coincidentally, they all have the same exact name of the podcast, which is 2 Jews 1 Brain.
It's 2 Jews 1 Brain.
They also coincidentally all have the same Instagram handle.
Oh, you can look for them at 2 Jews 1 Brain.
Yeah, it's 2 Jews 1 Brain.
Are they on the Facebook?
I believe they're on Facebook. I think.
What name?
Coincidentally, they all, if you type in 2 Jews 1 Brain, it should, I think, that is all of theirs.
Now, what if are they Googleable yet?
Oh, if you could Google them, I'm sure that you could see basically everything you need to know.
Wow, so you'd find them on YouTube and SoundCloud.
On the SoundCloud. Oh, that's one of the musician 2 Jews 1 Brains, where they really put out some bangers.
They're serving up some hits.
Oh boy, those
they
hits.
Tell every girl they see, hey, you follow me on SoundCloud.
Yup.
And that's how they've been picking up chicks. It's a guaranteed winner every time.
Every time.
This has been 2 Jews 1 Brain. Tip your waiter.
Tip your waiters. Give it up.